What's next? What are you going to play?
Skeletons?
Yeah, so this is a new one that I wrote, new it being a relative term. I haven't been writing at the same pace the last several years with, I don't know, just other overwhelming things going on in one's life. But I wrote this at some point during lockdown. It's like a really sad, weird love song. It's called Skeletons. 1, 2, 3. You have my hand through fearsome pain. Now I hold you firm and dear. You have my lungs to sing your praise. You have my faith to hold your fear. We walk apart, but we are one. Your heart is tied inside my own. Your jaw is strong enough to tear. Your mind is free and yours alone. Our home is made of skeletons. Our home is draped in fragile cloth. This land we know will last the night. These walls we build are clean and soft. Don't be afraid of loneliness. Don't hide your tears inside a stone. If ever you should find me gone, my love will stay and sing your song. My love will stay to hold your hand. The heat we made will keep you warm. Forgotten words to brush your cheek, to dry your tears and bring you home. You have my hand through fearsome pain. Now I hold you firm and dear. You have my lungs to sing your praise. You have my faith to hold your fear. You have my faith.
Live music here on WNCW in Studio B from The Moon and You, one that Melissa wrote during the lockdown, during the pandemic. That song seems to kind of fit the general feel of a lot of the songs that were written then. I don't know if I've really consciously thought this until now, but we've been hearing a lot of songs that were written during that little era, and most of them are of the kind of introspective, reflective, sacred. I mean, it's a sacred sounding song there, a sweet one.
Thank you.
Not many were like, like, well, we're going to rock out and be upbeat, we're all locked down, recording remotely and all.
Yeah.
Dealing with these headlines of like, we can't look at each other without catching disease, and what happens if.
Yep.
That song just, defines that era pretty darn well.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
It was a weird time.
It was. Did you write a lot of them, or was it just kind of about the same pace of songwriting as usual?
I think I don't know, it's been several years, even before the pandemic, for me, since I have had like a steady flow of songs. I feel like the majority of the songwriting I've done in the last 6 or 7 years has been with students, like with kids, which is like a totally different mental space for me than sitting down by myself to write songs. I struggle a lot with the old inner critic, so it's really helpful for me to be in more of the role of like teaching songwriting, because then that rude lady in my head is not invited.
Yeah, right.
And it's really fun just to like be open and creative with children who just tend to have really amazing, weird, cool ideas.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I guess one of the things you teach them in songwriting is not to listen to the inner critic, right?
Yeah, or to learn to be in a space where that's not the priority. It's more about like just throwing spaghetti at the wall and seeing what sticks. By the way, I said that to one of our, my middle school class not that long ago. We were like rewriting lyrics to "It Was a Good Day" by Ice Cube, which was so much fun. And we like wrote it to like fit their own lives. And I said, "Throw spaghetti at the wall and see what sticks." And one of the kids just died laughing. He like never heard that before. He was like, "What did you just say?"
Yeah, it's one of my favorite sayings. It's so visual. Yeah. So, no, where do you teach and who? Middle school?
Yeah, Ryan mentioned we both teach a couple days a week at French Broad River Academy. And then we both have private students, and I still work with Arts for Life, teaching on the pediatric unit at the hospital as well.
All right. Great.
Yeah.
What's that like? What's a typical day of that scene?
Well, my shifts are really short. I'm only there a few hours a week, so I'll typically go in for 2 to 3 hours at a time. And I have a cart full of instruments, mostly percussion, but I have a few little soprano ukes and a couple of guitars in different sizes. And I just go door to door and knock on doors and see who's up for either a music lesson or just like jamming and making noise together, or maybe someone needs a little soothing music while they, just as like a distraction or to help them sleep. Or sometimes there are little tiny babies that won't stop crying, and the nurses will ask me to see if I can work a little magic.
Yeah.
But it's an incredibly fulfilling job. I've been doing that for over 12 years now, I think. And one of my very favorite things about it is that that's where the Heartbeat Sessions come from. Have you heard about the Heartbeat Sessions? Folks can go to heartbeatsessions.org to learn more, but this was a project I started in 2016 in collaboration with Echo Mountain Recording Studios and Arts for Life, where we take a digital recording stethoscope and record a heartbeat from a patient's heartbeat, and then we take that clip into the studio and make it the rhythmic basis of a track.
Yeah.
And the patient or their family, depending on the situation, will choose the song that we cover, or some of our patients who have done that have written original songs, which is so cool. There have also been some really good mashups. Like one of my favorites is a mashup of Wannabe by the Spice Girls, like If You Want to Be My Lover, but mashed up with Celtic Woman. So there's bagpipes, there's like tin whistle.
Yeah.
So good. And it's like such a community building project. We get really amazing musicians in the studio with us. Ryan and Ross here have both been on most of the Heartbeat Sessions, along with some of our other really good friends and some other musicians in the community that have volunteered or taken a very small stipend to spend a day with us making this gift for these kids and families.
Oh, that's great. Oh, thanks for doing all that you do.
It's
That's
such
wonderful.
a pleasure. Yeah. So
Good.
heartbeatsessions.org or artsforlifenc.org if you want to learn more about those programs.
Great, thank you. That's Melissa Hyman, the bassist and singer here in The Moon and You. It's a trio today, live in Studio B. All right, we talked about that and your upcoming shows like Sierra Nevada Brewing Company in Asheville on the 18th, Purple Onion in Saluda on June 29th, AVL Fest. You're one of the dozen or 4 or 5 dozen acts playing at AVL Fest downtown Asheville. That's August 3rd through 6th.
Super excited for that.
That was fun. I
Yeah.
bet to get notification that you were on the lineup for that.
So
Definitely.
excited.
Because you're just playing with a bunch of your friends, right? So many other
Absolutely.
musicians from
Yeah,
the area.
Pretty much have the weekend clear just so I can go see stuff.
That's a
Yeah.
good idea. That's a good idea.
And Tina and her pony, which again, all 3 of us are in, will be playing as well.
Good.
I think Hannah and the Wistfuls, which Ross is the drummer for that band as well, I think will be playing, but I'm not sure. I don't want to spread rumors.
Okay, right. You're right.
Hannah's definitely playing. So if whether we're there or not, you should go see Hannah Kaminer any
Right.
chance you get.
All right. Yes. Otherwise, you'll be working on a little Patreon fundraiser scene for your own new record and the other big release of Moon and You coming in September. Congrats again on that one.
Thank you.
That's exciting. We look forward to following that. And